Hello everyone, I'm Emma Bryant and I'm the Schools Engagement Manager for UCL, that's University College London. My job involves working with the three museums at UCL, which are the Petrie Museum of Egyptology, the Grant Museum of Zoology and the UCL Art Museum. I'm employed by a department called Widening Participation and I work within the Culture Department. What I do is I design and create schools programmes for schools in the east of London because UCL is creating a brand new campus there on the site of the old Olympic Park, and they're very keen to reach out to the communities there to A, engage them with what they're doing, and B, encouraging young people to go to UCL eventually once they've left school. So I work with schools which have a very high rate of children who meet the criteria for widening participation. So it's things like children who have free school meals, children with disabilities, children from particular ethnic groups, and all sorts of other criteria. I run programmes for them which have object-based learning at their centre, at their heart, and I use the three museums as the key and the starting point for all the projects. I work with academics, I work with UCL students, I work with museum staff, curators, front of house, and I work with the schools themselves. So what projects was I working on before COVID hit? I run a schools programme which has three main components, one for English, one for science and one for art. The programmes that were running at the time were the Biorobotics project, which is looking at animal movement using skeletons from the Grant Museum and then giving each school a robotics kit, and they take it back to school and they learn how to program a caterpillar robot inspired by the animals they've seen at the Grant Museum and also helped by UCL students, UCL computing students. The other project on the go at the time was the printmaking project, and we were just about to put on show an exhibition of the prints that the sixth form students, that's 16 to 18-year-olds, had produced as part of the printmaking project. The printmaking project involved the students coming to UCL, to the campus, coming to the art museum, having a tour of the Slade and working with Slade students to produce an etching, and then going back to school and making their own small etchings with a tiny etching press that we take out with them. And that project is run by two Slade alumni. The third project was the primary school project that I run. That's a year-long project that we work with year 5s, that's year 9 to 10-year-olds. And they were just about to take over the Grant Museum of Zoology, having worked all year to decide what they wanted to do. So we had to cancel that at the last minute. So the impact has been pretty profound on what I do. Basically, because there's obviously no school trips, the campus is shut, the schools are shut, and everyone is working from home. The whole programme ground to a very abrupt halt at the end of last term. So what have I done to mitigate this? Well, the first thing is I've sort of embraced the digital world, which has been a sort of new experience for me. And I'm working with our intern to put online all the prints that were going to go on show at UCL. So we're creating a virtual print exhibition. We are also doing a virtual takeover of the Grant Museum with two Institute of Education students who've been running the project all year and working closely with the teacher in the school who is in contact with the children via Zoom or whatever they're using at school. So what we've done is we have turned the trail that the children wrote and the labels that the children wrote that were going to go up in the museum into a virtual thing. And those two projects are just being created as I speak, and hopefully they will be up and available before the end of term, so all the students involved will be able to see some sort of culmination of all their hard work. So what's it like working at home? What's the difference? Well, the main difference is I'm all alone. I was in a big office of about 40 people, I guess, the whole culture team. And if something goes wrong, like a finance problem, I would just go across the office and ask the finance officer, whereas now it involves endless emails, so obviously things have slowed down considerably. I usually also go to campus to meet the students that I work with, meet the academics that I'm working with, and go to the museums. So that side of life is on hold. But what are the good sides about this? The good sides are that because I'm doing virtual work, I'm embracing the digital world. I've commissioned a series of blogs from the students that I work with, and hopefully some of the academics are going to write some later. I have got to know the IT team, who have been incredibly helpful in helping us develop this project, the 2 online projects, which is really nice. And because of one of the blogs, which was inviting people to do animations, I've also made contact with a colleague from the Institute of Education, who is going to, I think, be invaluable in the next few weeks in helping me enrich the digital offer that we can manage for our students in the east of London. I've been planning the next academic year, and I'm sort of assuming that I hope things will be back to normal. Who knows? The teachers are really keen to come back and want to join the projects again, which is great news for me. And because of this, one school has asked me to help them with their Virtual Culture Week, a school I've been working with a lot over the past 3 years. And that's a very exciting thing to be happening. And my new colleague from the IOE is going to help me with that. And there's all sorts of possibilities here. I'm not sure, it's very early stages. So my question to everyone out there is, have you ever done any virtual work with a school using museum objects for part of a sort of big culture project ideally for 11 to 14-year-olds, because that's the group that I'll be working with. And there's a lot of them. There's 480 students involved in this. So if anyone's got any suggestions about that would be absolutely amazing. So what advice? I was asked to give some advice. I suppose the main thing I'd say in these tricky times is to be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up about things, because we just don't know what's going to happen. What is the world going to be like in 6 months? We do not know. And also, I think unexpected things turn up. Uncertainty is hard, but from uncertainty we often get interesting possibilities and exciting opportunities that we can explore. So I suppose remain open to things, even if we are all working alone. So I think that's it from me. It would be lovely to hear from you, and thank you. Bye-bye.